My name is Tim Herron, and welcome to Webisode number 7 of Entrepreneur Bootcamp. My email is timherron, H-A-R-R-O-N, the number 69 at gmail.com, timherron69@gmail.com. I have a blog called Wallachsword, WALLACHSWORD.com. My YouTube channel is Tim Herron-Youngevity, YOUNGEVITY. So like, share, comment, join it so you can get all the latest videos and everything that I'm doing. So I want to do a little bit of a recap. We're now in the 7th webisode. And so at first, the first one, what we did is we defined an entrepreneur, right? Are you a entrepreneur or are you an entrepreneur? And in all these, we went into mindsets. Do you have a 1099 mindset or a W-2 mindset? Two totally different things, polar opposites. Where's your mind? Okay, so all of these things we did, mind conditioning, mindset, all these different things, okay? And then the second we did the day in the life of an entrepreneur. Then we went into the strengths and the weaknesses and mind conditioning, sacrifices. You know, what are you sacrificing and why? Then we went into who is the company that you keep. That's very important, okay? And do you dress for success, right? How are you dressing for these meetings or events until you become whatever, and it's not important how you're dressing for a lot of people. So great, so we did all those things. And then today, we're gonna go into building your brand. I had some great emails that came in about as far as their brand, what they're building. Okay, are you building yourself? Are you building a product? Are you building a service? Okay, it's very important to know what exactly it is that you're building, okay? And why are you building that? So it's very important in there. And I want to say that, I want to give one example, okay? The NBA, that's a brand, right? That's the brand. But all these stars now, the so-called, as we coin them, stars, LeBron James, Kobe Bryant, right? They're their own brand inside the brand, right? So they're their own brand. They're their own brand, right? There's Kobe, and then there's the Lakers. That's another brand. Inside the NBA, another brand. So there's 3 brands in there, right? And all of them are very important. So what is your brand and how are you building it? And I always say that your best brand and your best bet is you. So how you build your brand, how others people see your brand, and the importance of having them see it in the correct light is very, very important. That's very, very important how you're doing that, okay? So the best bet is on you. And how you're showing that to people, how they're seeing that, determines whether or not they're going to buy into your brand. Are they buying your product? Are they buying, like, you know, there's Kobe the brand. Now Kobe's got shoes and apparel, and he's got all these different things, right? So they're buying into him. They're buying his products. They're doing all this stuff. So while you might have a product or a service, people will want to buy it because of you. You're your own brand, okay? So it's very, very important. That's very important to understand that you ultimately are your own brand. And how you build it, how you go about building that brand is crucial, right? The company you keep. You know, all these top celebrities or top athletes, they always say, I did this in the Periscope, nothing good happens after midnight. You know, you're in a club, whatever, bang, shoot yourself. You know, you're a professional athlete, now where are you? You know, it took you all these years to build it, right? I went through college, I finally got into the pros, which is so hard to do. And now I'm performing, I'm healthy, I'm doing all this stuff, I'm doing all these different things. And in one instance, your brand that you built comes crashing down because of one thing. So it's not just, you know, you always have to be very consciously aware of your brand, which is you, okay? And so how you build it is very crucial because you want other people to see your vision And you want them to invest in you, whether it's financial, emotional, with resources, whatever it is. They're going to invest in you and how they see you and how they see your vision and see your passion. And you want quality people in your life. So when I went before, I said, who are you cutting out, right? And why are you cutting them out? You don't want that negativity in your vision, in your passion, in your brand. Okay? That's a brand killer, is the negativity and all those other things that go into it. So who you associate with is crucial to you, to building your brand. Okay? Remember that. Now I want to throw this one in there, and I'm going to say it a couple of times. I did this in the Periscope as well, but it's very important. Okay? You might not be doing a business that's new, okay? You might not be doing a business that's new, but you probably are doing a new way of doing business, okay? You might not be doing a business that's new, but a new way of doing business, okay? And I gave examples before, myself in the movie business. I wasn't ever the first person to make movies, but I wanted to have my own spin on how I made movies. I wasn't the first person to own a restaurant, but I had my own spin on how to create a cuisine that was new for people where I was. And, different takes on that so that they were interested in it. And then I'm there 24 hours a day. Literally, sometimes I'm sleeping in my kitchen, making food, making sure that I'm there and everything. So they're coming to see me. They're coming to see my brand that I built. They're coming to see the product and service that I'm giving, right? Are you giving a proper service and product that they can understand, that they enjoy, that they see themselves in, that they feel that they need? And then there's your brand. So that's very important. So maybe not a new way of doing business. I mean, not a business that's new, because there's a lot of entrepreneurs will come out there, and it's very hard these days to find something that's completely new that we never thought of before. But what there is a ton out there is put your spin on it. And how the best way to do that is you. You are your best bet. You're your own brand. And how you do that with yourself and do that business is completely up to you. Okay? I always wanted to create. I love to create. Okay? So, like I said, a lot of times I'm not creating anything that's new. Just my own way of doing it. I put my own spin on it. Bet on yourself. But the best way to bet on yourself is to be prepared and have all these different steps and all these different layers to where people can see themselves in it. And that's the beauty of it. When it gets to that point where people are just investing themselves in you with their time and resources and all these different stuff, then it really becomes great. And I think about it, this little tiny, you start at this top of the mountain, you got this little river, right? This little stream. And then it's starting to pick up steam as other stuff is added to it, and more water and everything is kind of building up, and it's building up, and it's building up. That's what you want with your passion, with your vision, right? With your entrepreneurial spirit. You're building it. You're adding these things on, the positivities, the positive, and it's building momentum. You want to build that momentum that's positive. So positive mindset, positive people around you, clear vision, clear passion. You're building your brand, you. Okay? Don't hurt your brand. Okay? It's very important. It takes so long to build it, and it takes so little to bring it down. Okay? That's very, very important to know that. So 2 things is building your brand. I want to just touch on some people who had sent in some responses to me. And here it is here. You'll have a product or service, but in that is your brand. Okay, so the one person that sent this is saying her clients were looking to her to gauge if they want to get involved. Right? It's just what I'm talking about. People are looking for you to gauge kind of, hey, is this somebody I want to get into business with? Is this somebody who gets it? Are we on the same page? Are we like-minded? Right? Because I don't know if I want to get involved yet. And they're looking to you to say, does this make sense? Does this make sense? So what you're doing has to be positive, but make sense to people to see whether or not they want to interact with you. And quite frankly, whether or not you want to interact with those other people. You know, so that's very important there. She said, this one person had sent this in, she wanted to make sure that her brand is consistently polished. Consistently polished. Think about that for a second. That was a great line to say. Okay? Consistency, reliability, dependability, value, meaning, clarity of vision. Clarity, it's very important, okay? So consistency, reliability, dependability, value, meaning. Does your vision have meaning? Does it mean anything, right? Is your brand, does it have meaning? Does it have value? Okay? But consistently polished. Consistently polished, that's a great way of putting it, right? Am I consistently polishing it? Am I taking this and I'm adding to it, right? I keep adding to this vision. I keep adding to it, and it's consistency. People can look at it and say, you know what? I believe in her because of the consistency. I know it's this, it's this. What is it? It's this. And they say, no matter what, it's time tested. And she's always trying to fine tune it, to add stuff to it, to do this stuff, so it's consistently polished. I think that was a very, very good comment to add, and very well done. So making sure your brand, you, is consistently polished. Okay, that's very important. So I want to thank everybody for kind of coming out here and taking their time out of your busy day to listen to me here, and hopefully you learn some things that are going to help you in your entrepreneurship and in your vision and your brand. So really, when you're leaving here today, think about your brand, you, okay, and how are you building it? Just really take some step back, and say, how am I building my brand, right? And you have to be self-aware as you're going through it, because you don't know, sometimes you get so caught up in whatever's going on that, you lose some focus. So take a step back, say, how am I building this brand of me? Okay, how am I doing that, right? And then my last thing that I wanted to say, and I'll go back to it again, is you might not be doing a business that's new, but rather a new way of doing business. And take that with you. So thank you very much for coming out. In another couple of days, we'll have the 8th one, and we're kind of finishing up. We're in the home stretch here of Entrepreneur Boot Camp. And I hope that all these things that I'm telling you, you're adding into your life, and you're taking the things that are meaningful and adding them on, so that you're just being the most prosperous entrepreneur that you can be. So thank you very much. Again, my name's Tim Herron. My email is timherron69@gmail.com. Wallachsword is my blog, WALLACHSWORD.com. My YouTube is Tim Herron -Longevity. So go on there, join it, like, share. I have all different YouTube clips about my longevity business and different things in there. So if you find it that it's something for you, or you have different ideas or something, we can come together and perhaps do some business together. That'd be great. If we're like-minded, we're going in the same direction, we see each other's vision, then let's partner up together. So that's it. Enjoy the rest of your day and be prosperous, guys.